Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier. It makes me so happy to bring you progress today. This is one of those videos that works best if you just focus on my voice and allow me to tell you a story. On the 2nd of August 2020, I published a video called Transparency in an Open Development Game. This was right after a hit piece was done by a German gaming magazine about the community's frustration with the company. We have a wide range of backer from Ultra Bear through White Knight, the Undecided, and all the way to the flat-out Star Citizen hater. Regardless of where you see yourself on that list, it was obvious that what was being done wasn't working. We got Zylo's roadmap to a roadmap post, which became a bit of a meme itself, but the core and intent of that post was that CIG was finally going to do something about it. It's been 2 weeks and I have noticed an influx of yellow posts in Spectrum, which is great, and today we have our first look at the proposed way forward. Let's look at the roadmap for the roadmap. I have the link in the description. The original roadmap came about to satisfy the community's need for more transparency. It worked fine when it was accurate and represented the past and future milestones on our journey to a live release. Staggered development was announced as a bridging stopgap, as Aaron said that some features have more than a 3-month window. They don't fall into quarters, some of them fall into 6, and some fall into 1 year. The roadmap also served as a source of negativity, as we the community saw features fall off to later patches. It's obvious that CIG must have felt pressure and had performance anxiety. They take the risk in putting the feature on the roadmap, knowing that it might get pushed, resulting in disappointment, and if they hold a feature back, they're seen as if they're not being open. It's a lose-lose situation. The new roadmap aims to represent and present the current work without adding further burden to the development team. It's going to adapt to the needs of the information, with a larger reliance on the game itself and the current patch to show us about the progress and the state. They wanted to remind us that all of this is uncharted territory, there's no playbook to rely upon, and many of the features that they're building don't easily conform to a roadmap. Many features are single parts of huge chains of gaming code, each dependent on each other. One thing gets delayed and that impacts the entire chain. Sometimes things make it out on time, but they need more work to dial in. This also has the same effect to delay the process. In the future, you might see terms such as R&D and iteration on the roadmap. Some things will be listed as developed or even possibly flat-out redacted, as to not lead to a spoiler. Their main goal, and it was emphasized several times in this post, was that they wanted the best portrayal of the info with the minimal impact on the development cycle. It will be fluid, demonstrating the sprints and blockers, and they reinforced what we already know is that targets may be missed. Some types of pipelines are very easy to demonstrate in this format, such as ship team projects. A ship from start to finish works very well on the roadmap. The player-actor status works very well in the roadmap, as the steps are building blocks. They did say that professions and careers don't conform well to this format, as they've learned from working through mining. The Tier 0 results change what Tier 1 might be. With mining, some of it relied on new tech such as caves, hand collection, new equipment, or the player inventory. I believe I can summarize all of it by saying that mining from start to finish identified that even if you think you know what was needed, by doing it, you know that you didn't know. I'd like to also point out that I believe that things that were made specifically for mining will have a broader implementation and should also make future jobs easier to roadmap. They posted an example of what they think the new roadmap might look like. They said that they are risking more by opening up even more to us. They also know that doing this may lead to the impression that things aren't on track. But as I said at the start of the video, you either have too much information with deadlines missed, or too little information with no transparency. Some features will obviously have an impact on Squadron 42 and the PU. They plan to delineate this for us. With the roadmap, they're proposing to also add a blog post. These two will work together to not only get us the basics, but all of the supporting background. The blog will tell us what's working and what might be delayed and why. Personally, I feel that that combination is going to go a long way at keeping the salt down. The new roadmap won't focus on dates, but progress and sprints. What they're describing is basically project management. They're going to show us the goals and the hierarchy where the goals connect to each other. In project management, you see the job assigned to a team, what resources are applied, the estimated man-hours, and the estimated progress. The tasks won't be locked down into quarters, which does make sense. The roadmap will have some tabs at the bottom that can filter information for us. And I suppose in closing, I can only comment on what we're shown today. I believe it's a step in the right direction. It makes me very happy to see that CIG is taking the idea of open development more seriously. We are the ones funding the project, and from day one, we were told that we would be shown exactly where we are, what's being done, what's needed, and what needs to happen to move forward. This is not the complete answer. I still strongly believe that we need more FaceTime with CR and continued effort with shows like Calling All Devs, Burn Downs, and Pillar Talks. I would love for you to comment your comments in the comments. How do you feel about the proposed changes to the roadmap? I genuinely would like to know, because your comments are a real-time reaction about this news. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Please share the video if you like. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.